With the completion of the various titles of Our Lady in the Litany of Loreto, it is good for us to consider the various shrines that exist or existed in England, and indeed our considerations will extend to other parts of the world also. But now we look to Our Lady of Ipswich, Our Lady of Grace. The first record of a shrine, of a place of devotion, is in the mid-12th century. And Ipswich, being a maritime city, undoubtedly had many visitors coming by boat, by ship. This is important when we consider the terrible fate of the shrine in the early 16th century. What it shows us is that while Our Lady is for all mankind, devotion to her is very often specific, local, and draws indeed many people from various places, but she is particularly honoured by the faithful of a specific place. When we look at the history of Our Lady of Ipswich, we see that various members of the royal family over the centuries visited. All the great names that we would know from our history books, many of them, they visited the shrine as a means of offering devotion, love, placing concerns and hardships before the Mother of God. England, Wales, Scotland, shrines abounded in so many places. In Suffolk alone at one time there were 16 shrines at least, all dedicated to Our Lady. England itself is considered the dowry of Mary, and yet so swiftly, so brutally, the devotion to our Blessed Lady was attacked, was undermined, and attempts were made to remove the traces of that great love given to the Mother of our Saviour. In 1538, the statue of Our Lady of Ipswich, together with that of Our Lady of Walsingham, were brought to Chelsea in London to be burned. And here we have a very unusual story. There is in Italy, in the town of Nettuno, a statue that has been carbon dated, that has been examined very carefully, and it would appear that somehow it is most likely that it is the very statue that was taken from Ipswich. And there is a legend that sailors escaped, were able to take the statue, hide it, and in a journey in the Mediterranean they were shipwrecked, and the statue was brought to Nettuno. And in the examination of the statue in various ages, it has been shown that it has a title inscribed on it, "You are gracious." It also had a pair of silver slippers that is also mentioned in the inventory of those who so wickedly wish to destroy devotion to Our Lady. The wood itself is of the right age. Whether in all its parts this story is true is not necessarily so important, but we see that vestige of love of Our Lady. She has particular concern for us, and those manifestations of that love, of that devotion, of that great faith, of the one who is our most important intercessor, we know that Our Lady wishes to bring us to a fuller knowledge, a fuller love and understanding of her Son. And through her prayers, let us hope that one day Britain may be able to rejoice in that great devotion, that she be brought to the fullness of the faith, and that it may be through the prayers of the one chosen from all eternity to be the mother of our Saviour.